I want to say no. I want to say like there's no way that I think Trump would go off the rails and just cut ties with the Republican Party. But at the same time, man, this guy does random off the wall shit all the time and makes it work. So what's to say that he's not just sitting back concocting a plan to like, hey, I'm gonna just cut ties with the Republican Party and I'm just gonna go against the whole political system as a whole and say that it's all of them. That's a baller move, dude.
I
And
read.
here's the question: does he succeed?
Uh, I think it's too early to call right now. I think because I read that he's trying to sue the RNC because they're using his likeness and
Yeah, right.
uh um without his approval. But their argument is, well, he was a Republican. Like he was he was our
Trump
last
used Ronald
president.
Reagan all the time.
Yeah, he was our last president. We have the right to use his likeness, and
Trump's a
apparently
businessman.
he's not appreciative of it because he's like, I'm not buying what they're trying to sell here. They're essentially what it seems like is they're using his likeness to raise money and use that money later on down the road to push another candidate for the Republican Party.
Well, I think from what I read, I think Trump's main issue is that the RNC is and these certain groups are raising money using his likeness, but some of that money is going to Republicans that voted to impeach him.
That too. People, I hear that he's trying to sabotage some of these Senate and congressional races in 2 years.
I mean, he came out and said outright, I think it was the governor or something of Alaska or a representative from Alaska. And he came out and said outright he will be campaigning against her. And it's solely because she voted to impeach him. So I think
what a baller move, man. This guy just continues, dude. Continues to take shit from America, and all he wants to do is help. That's all he wants to do.
he
man.
just wants to save America.
Just wants to save America, make it great again. When it was ever great, I have no idea.
So did you know that he had already raised $250 million for the Stop the Steal campaign since November? Since the elections, he's raised $250 million already.
And is he still raising money for that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's under the Stop the Steal campaign. I think it's called the Save America PAC. So all these people that are raising money with his likeness, he's essentially starting or has created, whether on purpose or accident, one of those organizations. And he's saying that give us money, go to donaldjtrump.com and give us money because we know the right people to give money to, versus all these other Republican rhinos in name only, are giving money to people who voted to impeach me, your savior, and the guy that's going to save America. So, I mean, it's interesting what he's doing, but I think that he isn't going to start his own party. I mean, I can see how, like, on surface level, it looks like that. But why would he do that when he's already showing that he can take over the Republican Party? Like, he's the sole face of the Republican Party pretty much right now. So as long as his plan seems to push out Republicans who didn't support him, and he's already infiltrated the party. So for him to jump ship and go start a whole new party sounds like more work and groundwork when he's already put that in to revamp the Republican Party to be essentially Trump Party.
Yeah. I just want to know what he's doing. Like, that's my thing. Since his like banning of social media and everything. I mean, he's not supposed to talk until April. That's the next time he's supposed to publicly make a speech.
Wait, what do you mean? Like that's a government thing, or what do you mean he's not supposed to talk?
No, he's supposed to. Oh man,
you mean like on his schedule?
Yeah, on his schedule. He's given some, I think it's at like a fundraiser. He's supposed to give some speech or something like that. And that's in April.
Yeah. So isn't that at Palm Beach?
I think it is. It's somewhere down here.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to, like, they're having like some sort of fundraiser or something at Palm Beach.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it sounds right. Isn't that where they were trying to get him to move, or trying to like ban him from that neighborhood or something? I don't know if that was there or somewhere else, but I know a lot of the neighbors are like, "Fuck this guy, get him out of here." But I mean, he owns the property, so I don't know how you can do that.
Kicking out the landlord, I love it.
I mean, I think it's, I think we all think that this loss in the election hurt Trump more than it actually hurt him. I think
helped him.
Well, no, I mean, like hurt his feelings. Like, I think we think that he got his ego hurt, blah, blah, and I think all that happened. But he's also a businessman who's filed for bankruptcy fucking umpteen times, and has still managed to come back and create a name for himself and all that. So I think he knows the benefit of just keeping it moving, of not dwelling on that shit, and like executing on the next action step in order to keep his name in the spotlight. And I think we're seeing that play out right now. I mean, he didn't go fucking whine and pout and all that stuff. He kept riling up his base. He kept speaking to his base. He's still speaking to his base. He's still taking money from that base. So I don't think he hesitated. I don't think he really missed a step. I think all this was thought out well ahead of the election. This is what we're going to do if we win. This is what we're going to do if we lose. And now that lost game plan is just being executed. I mean, he's a businessman, right? I mean, he knows how to get back to business. He's just a businessman. Right. And he also understands that quite possibly his own pockets aren't as deep as those people who are easily led. And I think he just knows how to fucking tune in and speak to that super gullible audience that literally think he's going to save America, and that he's the end all be all savior.
Oh yeah, man. There's like, I mean, it's crazy, dude. There's books dedicated to how this man was chosen to lead America, bro. Like books, man. And and I know people that read these books, and they're all about how, like, oh man, he's been anointed by Jesus. So, and I'm just like, this guy, man, who talks about grabbing women by the pussy, and you're just like, oh yeah. So I've always, I don't know, man. I've always been like, oh, this is going to be the end of Trump. This is going to be, there's no way he can push past this. When he lost, I was like, well, that's it,